Hello, hello. You're unhalted. Let's see. Oh, good morning. Okay. I deleted all my characters on PTR, so we're starting fresh. So let me just make a random one so I can actually copy my guys over. Yeah, Mac, how's it going? You're Cal first. First in, as always. That name is taken. Really? How about that? Yo, Owen, how's it going? Copy character. Not my North American account. We need... This is my... That's not my European account. There we go. Copy. Almost done with boss auras. Monka Shake. There's a lot of work that you've put in. Good shit, man. Why am I in Rust Bolt? Oh, I was doing keys, weren't I? Let's have my ring light on so you can see my face. Boom! God, I worked on so much YouTube content today. I uploaded 3 shorts. Well, 3 shorts are gonna have been uploaded today. The long form video was I uploaded as well. Honestly, they're all kind of like bombing. They're all kind of doing shit. However, I don't really care because it's not the I'm not uploading the content for it to do well. I'm uploading it to like just cover things, and then when actual M+ drops and all of that good stuff, then that's when it matters. Okay, let me actually update my add-ons because I don't have any recoils right now. Okay, so workflow 2, yeah. Got up on your YouTube stuff after work today. Thank you. Okay, let me go through. I'm gonna do my usual PTR thing. I'm gonna disable all my add-ons, LVI included. But actually, we're just only gonna enable the things that are actually important. So, Recoil pack, disable auto VTD assignments, keep bigwigs. I'll keep details. Media share can stay. Easy share can stay. Spell info can stay. Guild auras. I don't think we even use that anymore. Handy notes that can go. I don't care too much about that. Matrix Plus ID tip. Keep that. Why not? Little wigs can stay. Data stream can get turned off. That can go, that can go. Yeah, method raters always cause me problems on PTR. Keep everything else, I think. Get rid of Omni CD2 aura, TBH, and nameplate auras. Here we go. I wanted to look at the new patch notes actually. So before we do anything on PTR, we'll do a quick like little patch rundown. I'll try and find the patch notes real quick for the class changes. Let me set up. Alright, let's find it. Where are the class changes? Is this just protection warrior? Oh, it's just notes for protection warrior. Okay about that. The recoil was fixed. That's funny. Oh, I haven't got timed out. Is this it? Probably might be in here. Yeah, it is. Legend. Okay. Let's have a little read through. Right. So classes, Death Knight. New talent on Holy Momentum increases haste by 2%. Okay. Not really too much to say about that. Developer notes, in Ghosts of Koresh, we are looking at Death Knight's raid utility to help give them a better identity that isn't completely reliant on tuning to make an impact. One immediate change you may notice is that Abomination Limb has been removed. Its existence made it incredibly hard for grip to matter in any real capacity because of how potent and easily accessible it became. This led to many raid mobs being immune to grip as a way to counter what should normally be one of Death Knight's most powerful tools. This change limits the number of death grips available to a raid at any moment and allows us to design more moments for death grips to be tactical and powerful when Death Knights choose to use it. This change should be immediately apparent in the new raid Mana Forge Omega. Secondly, plenty of time has passed since Castle Nathriel and it's given us time to reflect on our change to capping AMZ. In Ghosts of Koresh, we are returning AMZ to a % magic damage reduction effect with no cap. We have increased the cooldown and reduced the duration and effectiveness downwards from what it was prior to Castle Nathriel nerf, which should better align with our expected output for a DPS/tank damage reduction cooldown. We hope that adding this back as a meaningful cooldown alongside their death grips, that Death Knights will be able to carve out a spot for themselves in raid compositions. Okay. Not sure about that one. So, yeah, A-Bomb Limb's been removed. Doesn't this just make blood better for grips in like most scenarios? Because not only do you have a shorter cooldown, but you also have access to mass grip, whereas DPS DK just doesn't now. Like you used to use A-Bomb Limb as a pseudo mass grip. It was there to bridge the gap for DPS DK for having no mass grip to mass grip. It was like kind of a decent in between, and now it's just been removed. So I feel like this might not be doing what they intended to do. It definitely takes a step back in regards to it, like Death Grip actually having purpose again, because they started making every mob just immune to grip, which was kind of frustrating. It was a really lazy way to fix the problem. And I'm not sure this fixes the problem, but it does make Death Grip more important again, so who knows. AMZ cooldown, or not cooldown, the AMZ change is a big W. So that's that. Hello, hi babe. As long as more mobs can be gripped, it's a good change. It's about the impact of what's being gripped though, because if you actually... So I think I talked with Quep about this briefly. It's like, if we use previous, like old fights as a prime example to go off of, if you look at a Farak, you're never making that work with a DPS DK, or at least one DPS
Hello
DK.
there, Big Daddy.
If you look at Soul Render from like Sanctum of Domination back in the Shadowlands as a fight, the DPS DK could do the job that you had Blood do there, because you don't need mass grip, you only needed the 2 grips per ad wave, and you had enough time to recharge both death grips in between ad sets. So in scenarios like that, DPS DK is fine. In any scenario where the grip requirement is more frequent than the grip recharge rate for DPS DK, then it's a problem. And of course, any scenario where you need a mass grip, like Brood Twister, you're just going to take Blood DK. So it's a bit interesting that this is a thing. It won't really have any impact in Mythic Plus, to be honest. Like, this is definitely a raid focus change. I mean, they talk about composition at some point in here. So it's definitely a raid focus change. Yo, Dawn. Unholy Ground. What was Unholy Ground? That was the buff you got for standing on in D&D, right? Hero talents. Deathbringer. Exterminate has been updated. First Scythe of Exterminate no longer has a chance to apply Reaper's Mark. That's nice. The first Scythe now has a 25% chance to summon a Dancing Rune weapon. Okay. I like this because it no longer makes Deathbringer just RNG, like, spam Reaper's Mark Exterminate, like, spec to do any damage. Like, it's no longer just an RNG hero talent. However, I'm not sure this is a good change. Like, it's a good change, it's a step in the right direction, but having it be a 25% chance is... I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of having, like, super impactful defensive cooldowns be tied behind a % chance to actually gain it. So yeah. We found that relying on chance for Reaper's Mark created too much variance in damage output, yep, which made it feel inconsistent and unreliable. Yeah. Okay, Sandland. The Blood is Life has been updated. Yep, saw this coming. Dark Transformation / Dancing Rune Weapon summons a Blood Beast to attack your enemy for 10 seconds. Okay, so there's no longer any more RNG elements to it. You just summon it when you use your cooldown. That's nice. Blood Beast now deals 15% of the accumulated... deals 15% of the damage accumulated for Unholy and 25% of damage accumulated for Blood. Was 25 and 50. So this is a nerf, right? This is another nerf to Blood Beast after their... Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I feel like this is a bit overkill, but yeah. I mean, it might actually incentivize you to play Deathbringer again as Blood now, but we'll actually see. Because the Blood Beast is still uncapped AoE, so regardless of... So, like, regardless, you're still going to do a crazy amount of damage with it on AoE. But yeah, another nerf to Blood Beast damage, I don't think that was needed. Yeah, I mean, the justification is definitely just going to be the fact that you have control over when you're summoning it now. Which is better, to be fair. Like, how many times have you been towards the end of a pool and then you proc a Blood Beast and you're like, oh, this is extremely sad, and then all the mobs start dying off and it just blows up on like 2 mobs. It's a bit anticlimactic when that happens, but yeah. We'll see how much of an impact it actually has. Best viewers in the bin. Get the fuck out of here. Visceral Strength has an additional effect for Unholy specialization. Don't really care. Infliction of Sorrow has an additional effect. After Gift of the Sandland ends, you gain a charge of Death and Decay. I already feel like you were swimming in D&D charges, so this doesn't really do anything in my opinion. I guess it's just a nice, like, quality of life thing for players who are a bit more unfamiliar with the spec, I suppose. Infliction of Sorrow buff that makes Scourge Strike and Heart Strike to consume Blood Plague now lasts 30 seconds, was 12 seconds. I feel like this is another, like, non-change. Because I feel like if you're playing the spec even remotely okay, you just... this was never in question. But yeah. This is all Frost. That is a encyclopedia for Frost. Hey, Druid. I'm only caring about the tank specs, by the way. I'm only gonna read the stuff about the tank specs. I don't really care too much about the other specs unless, like, I actually have an interest in the spec. Lykara's Meditation replaced with Lykara's Inspiration. You gain a bonus while in each form inspired by the breadth of your druidic knowledge. No cat form is 4% magic damage. Okay, so that's going to be nice for your Resto Druid. Cat form, 4% stamina. It's nice for your Feral Druid. It would actually be nice for a druid to claw bear. Bear 5% movement speed. Bit of an anticlimactic buff, but movement speed is nice on bear. Like, you are a snail when you play that spec, so movement speed is always going to be good, but yeah. It's better than nothing, I suppose. Moonkin 3% avoidance. Okay, why is Moonkin getting avoidance? One of these is not like the other. The magic damage for Resto Druid is actually really, really good. Implying y'all need 4 years of school and 1 year to read. Maim now has a 30-second cooldown. Didn't ask. Bear forms threat generation multiplier has been reduced for balanced feral and resto druids. Like, it's a good change. Is threat just stupid as a mechanic? Yeah. But I suppose it's like a good change regardless. I just think it shouldn't really be needed to begin with, but alas. Okay. Oh, they updated the visuals for the healing effects. That's pretty cool. Okay. Scrolling. Okay. Vivacious Vivification has been redesigned. Your next Vivify is instant cast after casting Rising Sun Kick. What was the CD of Rising Sun Kick? 11 seconds? Or was it longer? Or shorter? I can't remember what it was for Brew. Anyway, I'm pretty sure if it was any shorter than 10, if Rising Sun Kick has a shorter CD than 10 seconds, this is actually going to be a buff to the amount of Vivifies you're able to put out, and you're actually going to have control over when you have them as well, which is pretty nice. Brewmaster off healing, stonks. No, a Vivify crit is actually kind of insane. Okay, Brewmaster, developer notes. We're making some adjustments for Brewmaster talents to provide new options for smoothing out and stabilizing both damage intake and healing. We've also made some adjustments to invoke Nizal with the intent of making Nizal more consistently present and impactful, as well as improving its integration with the rest of the Brewmaster gameplay. New talent, Zen State. Your stagger is increased by up to 20% based on your missing health. That's a very nice talent, actually. Missing health based buffs have always been like a fun gameplay loop for me. It's been on the beers, yeah, apparently. New talent, Nizal's Resolve. Healing spheres now heal over 10 seconds and their healing is increased up to 80% based on your missing HP. That's kind of cool. This is probably going to be better in Raid as opposed to M+. Actually, no, because it gets increased back up to 8% based on your missing HP. It might actually be really good in Raid as well. It might be like 100% pick right now. Or I say now, but it's a completely new talent. It's actually a really interesting one. I hope it actually is numerically good. New talent, Celestial Infusion. A strong herbal brew that coalesces purified chi escaping your body into a Celestial Guard. Celestial Guard, you say? Absorbing 20% of incoming damage up to 1,134% attack power. So it's attack power scaling, which is cool. Purifying stagger damage increases absorption up to 200%. Choice talent with Celestial Brew. Okay, so you either pick this or Celestial Brew. That's interesting. I think that's what that means. I mean, it sounds like a pretty cool talent. It could be really, really strong. Especially in like Mythic Plus, where Mastery is actually a decent stat and you're kind of always gaining benefit from training because of how much stagger you actually have. Escaping your body into a Celestial Guard, absorbing 20% of incoming damage. I hope it's not a one hit and gone type effect. It says 20% of incoming damage, so I imagine it's like just all incoming damage. But if it's anything like Celestial Brood, the absorb amount is going to be so low that it's may as well be one hit of damage anyway. Or one damage event anyway. Base Balm has been redesigned. Tiger Balm damage increased by 100% and reduces the remaining cooldown of your brews by 0.5 additional seconds. That's pretty nice. It removes the RNG element from Face Balm. Okay. Invoke Nozal has been redesigned. Summons an effigy of Nozal the Black Ox for 25 seconds, so duration is still the same. That attacks your primary target and stomps when you cast Purify, damaging all nearby enemies. So now it's just when you Purify, it stomps. So it incentivizes you to stomp. To Purify as often as possible. While active, 40% of damage delayed by stagger is instead staggered by Nozal, and Nozal is healed for 20% of your Purified stagger. Okay, that's actually nice. Because Nozal, in like Mythic Plus, for example, where you're actually taking heavy stagger, Nozal could die before the 25-second duration was over. It still might, but at least it has a fighting chance now that you can actually heal it. And it's going to tie into each other as well. You're going to be purifying for the... You're going to be purifying because you want to purify, but you're also going to be gaining the stomp damage when you purify, and it's going to be healing your Nozal when you do purify. With the Ox has been redesigned, your damage abilities have a chance to invoke Nozal, causing him to charge your target's location and stomp. It's whatever, it's still a mediocre talent. Improved Invoke Nozal has been redesigned. While active, Invoke Nozal the Black Ox can be recast once to cause Nozal to stomp mightily and knock nearby enemies into the air. Okay, so they're actually giving Brewmaster an extra piece of mob control. That's actually really nice. One of the things Brewmaster lacked, at least in Mythic Plus, was mob control, so this is actually really good. Following talents have been removed. Celestial Flames, yeah, I mean, it was never taken, and it was very buggy. Zen Med, wow, Zen Med got removed? I didn't see that coming. Zen Med got removed. I don't know if I'm a fan of that. I actually really liked Zen Med as a button. It was like super niche, but it was one of the like few buttons that gave you skill expression as brew, because actually utilizing that in a lot of scenarios was very difficult. It was very niche the way you had to use it, but it's just gone now, and it was a massive defensive 60%. Zen Med would have been nice if you got 60% DR, could move and get hit, but couldn't use abilities for like 4 seconds. I liked it how it was regardless. I remember improved Zen Med meant you could get hit and carry on channeling it, but it's like... It was only like a one-hit thing anyway. But yeah. I'm not a big fan of that removal. I understand why they've removed it. It, you know, makes the spec a bit more accessible to newer players who don't actually know how to use Zen Med, probably never actually getting any use out of this. And especially when content isn't challenging enough, you were never pressing this button, like ever. So, here's what it is. Paladin, is there any prot changes? Nope. Priest, Shadow, Rogue, Enhancement, Warlock, Warrior. The global cooldown of Hamstring is now 0.75 seconds, that's a PvP change. Fixed an issue where Berserker Rage was able to remove Scattershot, PvP change. Berserker's Rage tooltip has been slightly adjusted to indicate it only works on certain incapacitation effects, that's fine. Okay, Prot Warrior. Developers notes, many of Protection Warrior's talents in each gate provide either key capabilities or powerful bonuses that make those talents locked in. As a result, Protection Warrior builds don't change much in different situations or based on personal preferences. In Ghost of Koresh, we try to ensure that you have some points left after taking the must-take talents in each gate. We did this by rearranging the tree to remove some of the bottleneck talents, making Challenging Shout baseline. Wow, okay. And reducing the amount... Was Challenging Shout not baseline, as is? Or am I thinking of Disrupting Shout? I could swear AoE Taunt was baseline. Or am I making that up? I might be making that up. Anyway, I'm reducing the power of some current must-take talents so they're at a comparable level with optional or utility talents. Where talents lost power in this way, we gave it back in other talents or abilities, so your overall power level remains the same. Or similar. Once we freed up some flexibility to choose more talents based on the situation and personal preference, we added some options to let you lean into different aspects of your kit or customize your defensives. Okay. Let's see if they actually managed to do that, because a lot of the time when they try to give us options as a player, it doesn't exist. Like, there are no options. It's always going to be one straight thing. But yeah. New handed talent, armor specialization, armor increased by 6%. Okay, we got some armor. New talent, heavy handed, execute hits up to 2 additional targets for 70% damage. That's a pretty cool talent, actually. That actually gives Prot Warrior cleave, a bit like Arms Warrior with I can't remember the ability name. But it actually gives Prot Warrior execute cleave, which is... Execute cleave is always super strong. New talent, Whirlwind Blade. Your attacks have a chance to target a nearby enemy with Ravager for 4 seconds. This is a choice node with Ravager. Okay, so you just, instead of pressing Ravager, you have a chance to get Ravager. New talent, Hunker Down. Damage you take from area effects is increased, or is decreased by 2%. Spell Reflection reduces magic damage taken by an additional 10%. Okay, that's really good. An additional 10% DR on Spell Reflect is actually really strong. At least in Raid. In M+, most of the time when you press Spell Reflect, it's to reflect like a bolt. So you never actually gain benefit from the magic damage reduction. Like, in M+, this is only really going to matter on bosses, where you're pressing it for like the actual magic DR. Instead of a bolt reflect. But overall good talent. So, yeah. New talent, Spellbreaker. You have a 4% chance to disrupt the magic damage dealt to you, negating 100% of it. Okay, so you just have a flat 4% chance to not take damage from magic? From a magic source? A 4% chance is pretty low. That's pretty low. I feel like a lot of the magic damage sources that are actually like scary for you as a Prot Warrior are like individual sources of damage, like a cast going through or something. So having a 4% chance to disrupt it isn't really going to matter much. This is like... It's essentially just a 4% DR over the course of an encounter. It's going to be kind of a mediocre talent in M+, in my opinion. Unyielding Stance. Defensive stance reduces damage taken by an additional 4%. Okay. And there are no downsides to this because you're just always going to take it as 4% DR. And you always play in defensive stance anyway. I guess it depends where it is on the tree. Red Right Hand. Execute damage increased by 15%. Okay, it's okay. Barbaric Training has been updated. Increases the damage of Revenge by 20%, was 25%, and now also increases the damage of Thunderclap by 10%. Okay, this is actually pretty nice. It's a little Revenge damage nerf for the talent, but it pushes Thunderclap damage up by a bit, so it's going to be... It should be like net neutral for Colossus and maybe a little bit of a buff for Mountain Fane, if I was to guess. which is like, I guess they're trying to even out Colossus and Mountain Fane because there's such a large disparity between the two now. Best Serve Cold has been updated. Your dodges and parries make your revenge cost no rage 20% more frequently. 20% more frequently, and increase the damage of your free revenges. Your free revenges deal by 15%. Revenge increases the damage of your next Thunderclap by 8%. Move to row 4. Okay, so they added Thunderclap damage to this as well. That's pretty nice. Brutal Vitality has been updated. 8% of the damage you deal adds to your active Ignore Pain. On the next Ignore Pain you activate, your next Ignore Pain can be increased up to 15% of your total health. Good, good. Tough as Nails has been updated. Okay, this talent was really garbage. Let's see what they've done. Now deals damage every time you block an attack, but no longer ignores armor. But it did no damage anyway. Okay. Its string is updated to reflect that it deals double damage on critical blocks. Its string. What does that mean? Is that just a tooltip? No, it says string. Anyway. Damage is increased by 100% and moved to row 7. So it got a damage buff. Developers notes, Tough as Nails used to have a 0.5 second ICD between when it could deal damage. This delay has been removed, so it deals damage every time you block an attack. It always deals double damage on critical blocks. That behavior has been added to the description. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. The intent is it for it to do moderate damage against many AoE attackers and help hold threat against them. There's that word again. Help hold threat. Like, I don't know, man. Just buff our damage. Stop creating artificial ways to help us hold threat and just give us more damage. Like, back in the day, when you were working out how much damage tanks contributed, you'd like assume it was roughly 0.5, like 50% of a DPS is what a tank could output. That's what you would assume. Obviously there'd be variations of that depending on class tuning and tank spec, but like 50% was like a decent ballpark for a tank to do in comparison to a DPS. And now you do like a third. You do so little damage now as a tank. It's so sad. It's a good change for the talent. W change, don't get me wrong. But buff tank damage. Focus figure has been updated. Increases strength by 3%, was 5. Critical strike chance by 1%, and no longer increases armor. Huh. Okay. That's a talent nerf. Enduring Alacrity has been updated. Increases stamina by 5%, was 8. And no longer increases armor. Okay. That talent is just never getting taken again now. I mean, we'll wait to form opinions until we actually see the tree. But yeah. Challenging Shout is now learned at level 16. Was a talent. I genuinely thought it was baseline already. I thought Disrupting Shout was the talent, but yeah. Sidearm hits one additional enemy, was 3, and its damage is increased by 180%. Wow. Okay. So I feel like this talent's just going to be taken regardless anyway. Sidearm actually dealt a decent amount of damage to begin with, and now it's been buffed by 180%, albeit it does have less targets it can hit, but you never really took this for its AoE damage anyway. And you always took it. Reinforced plates, it increases armor by 8% per point, was 5. Okay, that's a nice buff. Fight through the flames causes defensive stance to reduce magic damage taken by 4%, was 6. That's enough. Okay. Fueled by Violence heals for 200% of damage dealt by deep wounds, was 110%. Okay, that actually makes this talent decent. It was already like decent. But yeah. Bloodborne increases the damage of your deep wounds and rends by 25%, was 10 and 20. And no longer affects Thunderous Roar. It's now a choice node with sudden death. Okay, interesting. Punish increases shield slam damage by 15% was 10. Okay, if they're gonna do this, they need to buff execute damage. Or maybe this is actually to even out the damage differential between execute build and punish build. Because execute build is like, it's more glass cannon, but it is more damage, whereas punish build is actually better defensively. And like, in the beginning of a fight when you're not at execute phase. So this is actually really interesting. I guess this must just be to even it out over the course of a full encounter. Yo, Joe. Shield charge now grants shield block. I guess they're removing the shield charge talents. If they're making this happen baseline. And during defensive, it increased to 2 points, and each point increases shield block duration by 1 second. That's an interesting change. I don't really feel like that was needed though. I feel like that definitely wasn't needed. Like, a lot of people don't even play with enduring defensives now regardless, let alone want to commit 2 points to it. So shield specialization changed to a 1 point that increases block chance by 8%. It's nice. Disrupting shout moved to row 4. You'll have to wait and see what that actually means. Also, an unnerving focus moved to a choice node on row 6. That's cool. Massacre moved to row 9. Cool. Defender's Aegis / impenetrable moved to row 9. I'm surprised they didn't do anything with this choice node here, these choices, because you're just always going to pick double wall over impenetrable wall after they removed the rage benefits. Dance of Death / Storm of Steel choice node removed. Okay. The following talents have been removed. Battering Ram. Wow. Okay, that's actually going to be quite a significant damage loss. This talent was actually really good for damage. Champion's Bulwark. This talent, even that talent had a critical strike component to it, if I remember rightly. Juggernaut. I can't actually remember what talent that was. Show of Force got removed. I mean, that's fair. Spell block got removed. Wow. Okay. Spell block required a lot of specialized knowledge to use. Yeah. Not only did you need to know when damage was coming, but also whether it was a form of magic damage that could be blocked or not, and thus affected by the ability. AoE damage isn't blockable, neither is periodic damage. Some tank busters are and others aren't. Yeah. We aren't happy with the knowledge demanded to use the ability effectively. I mean, that's fair, to be honest, that's fair. Although, I feel like Spell Reflect kind of falls under the same vein. No? Like, it requires specialized knowledge to use. I guess a bit less than Spell Block, because you can actually gain value from Spell Reflect regardless of whether it's actually reflecting the ability or not. I feel like Spell Reflect falls under a similar vein. So I'm surprised they removed this. Especially with the dungeon pool that's coming back. You're gonna, like, Prot Warrior in Halls of Atonement, if you're not, like, on your A game with kick stops in that dungeon, you just die as a tank. But I remember playing Prot Paladin, which could deal with it actually really well, and you would just die as a tank in that dungeon. If kick started spam going through. Yeah, I mean, interesting changes. Interesting changes. I'm excited to see how Brewmaster is. I'm excited to see what encounter design is like with the new DK changes in mind. And with the warrior stuff, I guess we just have to log in and see what's going down, to be honest. Been playing my tank DH a bit recently, still got shit to learn for M+ mainly routings, but it is fun. Nice, man, I'm glad you're enjoying it. The obsession with chance is so weird. They do like their chances. Okay. Right, that's that. Let's actually log into the game now, huh? Let's see what this new patch is all about, eh? Ah, I forgot this happens when I disable all my add-ons. Okay. I'm gonna need to load up live real quick just to import my keybinds over. Oh my god, guys, the new DH spec isn't in the game. What the hell? That's weird. Have any of you seen the data mine stuff for DH, by the way? Yeah, I'm just getting my keybinds and then we can do some video gaming. Is anything data mined? I thought it was just because there's free time DH boss. No, there's actually been stuff data mined. I think there's a new Void Demon Hunter ability that was data mined. How real that actually is another question, but yeah. Like how relevant it actually is another question. Demon Hunter always feels weird when I play on PTR because I have to play with like the full action action bars, right? But Demon Hunter has so few buttons that it doesn't fit all my buttons. But yeah, no, there actually is like some stuff data mined. I don't know the relevance of it, but or like if it actually means anything, but there is stuff, yeah. And move the aura bar up as well to reflect this. God, this music is a bit too hype for me right now. Let's go with this vibe. Okay. Oh, I need to fix the potion weaker because it's kind of just like vibing out in Narnia. What's happening to all those racials? I think this is the old version of the weak aura. So honestly, I can just load never this. I'll grab my Shadow Meld. And I'll grab my mount. Don't know what I just got. Oh, cool. Can I not leave? Yo, let me out. Take me back. Oh, it thinks I haven't done the quest. That's funny. Okay. Where's this? Where are these new quests then, eh? Okay, let's actually take a little look. But you can actually... Can I get keys for the new dungeons? That thing? Oh, it says Mythic Keystone. There's no affixes or anything. That's cool. What's this guy? Cooldown. Oh, you click him to get your cooldowns back. Okay. Alright. Let's go do some new patch content then, huh? Oh, the new trinkets and stuff are gonna be on here, right? Oh, they actually are. Okay. Take a little look. Oh god, wait, no, Priory is going to be in the rotation again. Does that mean I have to play Tome of Light's Devotion for an entire season again? Oh, don't make me do it. Blizzard, please nerf it. Hold out the feather for 1 second, strike down the power of the storm, crashing down on target location and dealing 2.2 million nature damage split between enemies. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's literally just going to be a Tome and Pacemakers season again. Then again, I haven't looked at the rest of the trinkets, so. Soulbinder's Embrace. Activate the Soul Shield to unleash a shockwave. And reduce your damage taken by 50% for 20 seconds or until 5.5 million damage has been prevented. Sounds okay. It's on a 1-minute CD. Why are people letting off fireworks at 8 o'clock? How do you even get fireworks this time of year? Anyway, the antenna has a chance to detect and draw ambient arcane energy towards you, granting 6k critical strike for 10 seconds. Multiple applications may overlap. This actually sounds like an insane trinket. I'm gonna buy that. $45k agility? Sounds crazy. At the cost of 15% of your max HP. That's kind of cool. That's a lot of agility though. 45k agility? That's like over half of what you have baseline. That's crazy. He's tanking with Robin next season? No. I am analyst man now. I think I had a command at one point to link the tweet, but I'll link it there. Taking damage and... Oh, I accidentally flew off. Oops. Okay. Where is it? Taking damage infuriates you, causing you to absorb damage, deal damage, split between enemies, damage increased by 30% per additional enemy. That doesn't sound great, to be honest. But it might actually be alright. Like, what is it? Stacking up to 15 times, so... Let's just assume it's max stacks. Yeah, I mean... It's like... Even at max stacks, it would be like 1.5 mil absorb. Which is not even a, like, drop of our HP pool. Compel an Oathbound Shadow Guard squad to annihilate your target and nearby enemies, dealing 8.5 million cosmic damage split between them. Damage increased by 30% per additional enemy. See, 8.5 million actually sounds like a trinket now. What is it? It's a haste trinket. Oh, Analyst Nate streaming, go for it. All devouring nucleus. Oh, these are the boots, right? The powers of your Reshi wraps are triggered 50% more frequently. Is cosmic damage a new school of magic? Nah, it's been in the game for as long as I can remember. Halondrus dealt a lot of cosmic damage. You played Sepulture. Granting you 3k leech. There's no leech at all. Dropping low 40% health will unleash the Harvester, immediately granting you 15k leech for 10 seconds. Can only occur every 2 minutes. It's just not enough leech. Yeah, it's from Shadowlands. 20k haste. Periodically recovering your sanity. Slaying an enemy or witnessing an ally's death instantly tears your sanity. Yeah, that's a interesting little trinket. Just don't die, forehead. Running into a foot bomb kicks it at your target. Okay, this trinket's never getting used. It's like a football trinket. You press the button, 2 little balls drop, and you gotta run into them and aim them at your target. Go for 146k per target, hit up to 8 targets. How much is that? I guess I shouldn't really look at the numerical values of these trinkets and more just look at the mechanical functions of them. Because the numerical value always changes a lot. This is like the very first iteration. But so far I'm not impressed with a lot of them. It doesn't seem like there's any on-use absorb, there's no cheat death, there's no like particularly interesting like damage reflect trinket. So yeah. Okay. Let's buy some gear. Oh, before I crash then. So Reaver's Glaive damage is increased by 60% and other physical only damage is increased by 30%. Is the 2 set. Fury of the Ardrachi further empowers Soul Cleave when cast after Fracture, increasing to 12 slashes. Okay, that's kind of insane. What's the empowerment for Felskard? Immolation Aura deals 30% damage and increases Soul Cleave damage by 30% while active. Entering Demon Form now immediately induces Demon Surge and shatters an additional Soul Fragment that grants 20% increased damage for 15 seconds. Both sound pretty good, to be honest. I still think Altrachi is probably better, just off initial impressions, but they both sound pretty good. And my belt. Can't give them my belt already. What's the transmog looking like? What's the drip? Drip's kind of bad. Seen the hunter set its cheeks? No, I actually haven't. I haven't looked at any of the transmogs for any of the sets. I can't believe it. I ended stream last night and they put PTR live literally like maybe 20 minutes after I ended stream. Review what happened before we got to Tazvesh. I'm okay. Follow Locust Walker. Fancy new portal. That's cool. Oh, so we're just getting taken straight there right away. That's a nice loading screen. Oh. Oh my god, guys. New cutscene. Oh my god, we're not in the Shadowlands. We're at Koresh. Zybin assisted, Baver assisted, and Takar assisted. Okay, I need to fix macros. Ain't no way I'm pressing these manually. Ethereal creatures recovered. I just have to kill them. I assume I do, right? Good old WoW quest. You gotta kill stuff. Yeah. Unkas. Maybe I should just whip out the one button rotation. Oh, that would be peak vibe gameplay. I actually get Valor Stones from the campaign. That's interesting. You come here. I'm actually in Tazvesh. It's kind of cool that this is bit of a spoiler, but this is the new hub. Page Blast. It does make me wonder what they're going to do with the actual dungeons that they're bringing back, because in typical Blizzard fashion, of course, they're going to change things, and I have a feeling they're going to do what they did in like Mists and Necrotic Wake, where they just make the dungeons worse for the sake of making them worse. I'll need to do like a dungeon review. Stolen barrier projector. Oh, am I supposed to be like looking out for things? Oh, I am. Oops. Oh, there's one over there as well. Oops. Oh, and there. Okay, the third Demon Hunter spec thing is probably a bait. However, if they were going to introduce a a new spec to WoW, what would you guys want it to actually be? I always thought that augmentation was like a missed opportunity to have like a support tank spec, or like a Black Dragon tank spec. So that could be cool. Okay, we got 5. That makes 6. Seven. Good to know the lag on PTR is still a thing. I kind of just want to get to the new zone. I don't really like have a goal here in regards to like what I'm doing. It's mostly just like seeing the initial quest, seeing the new zone, and then going from there. How do I assist him? Or is it this quest down here? It's a really odd way to do it, I think. Can you still jump down? Or does it just automatically put you in the pool? Yeah, where's the quest? Is he in the building? He's supposed to be here. I guess it's bugged, maybe. It is PTR. What if I abandon the quest? It might like completely brick. So we'll give it a go. See if I can abandon. This might be a bit too bricked for me to really play. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna log out here, and actually I'm gonna take a quick look at the Prop Warrior talent tree and the Brewmaster talent tree to actually like get an impression of them. Because those two got big talent tree changes. Oh my god, it's boiling today. Copy Europe. Look at the Nate Brew Woo. There he is. We'll take a little peep at the raid bosses as well. Oh my god, that was very zoomed in. Okay, Brewmaster. Let us see. Talents. Okay. So class tree hasn't changed at all. Let's have a look at the spec tree. So let's get rid of all the talents and see what we're actually working with. So Keg Smash, Purifying Root. Let's just go like the normal route. Elixir of Determination, Shuffle, Spirit of Ox, and Special Delivery. Okay, so that's all still the same. Surprised Stackering Strikes is still there, considering it hasn't been taken in God knows how long. It wasn't even taken when it was a Azurite trait, if I remember rightly. Nizal's Resolve and Celestial Infusion. Zen State. Okay, this is replacing where Zen Med used to be. Let's just take like the 100% guaranteed talents. Oh, that sucks so bad, by the way. In order to get Nizal, or like the M+ knock-up on Nizal, you have to commit 4 talent points. That's not good. That's such a huge talent point commitment. That's like... Just continue on with what I assume we'd want. Probably like something like this, maybe. Wait, so a swig of strong brew that coalesces purified chi, escaping your body into a celestial guard, absorbing 1.5 million. And this is the exact same thing, absorbing 20% of incoming damage up to 1.5 million. I feel like Celestial Infusion is just better, right? 20% of incoming damage. It changes the way you absorb the damage on Celestial Brew. Instead of it just being a flat absorb, %20 of incoming damage up to 1.5 mil. Interesting. Okay, and now we've got like 1 talent point to play around with, because this is like the old build. So we'll just stick it like there. I can't believe that you can't get to the improved Nizal without committing 4 talent points. That's crazy work. That's actually crazy. What do we have to forego to actually get to it? So in this scenario, we'd have to drop either Facepalm, drop a talent from up here somewhere. I don't really know what you could drop though. But that blackout combo is mandatory. Could maybe drop Facepalm. I don't know, it's really awkward because like one with the Wind and August Blessing are both really bad talents you just don't want, but you have to talent into one of them to get to Nizal to begin with. So I have to get rid of a talent elsewhere. So like the only other talent I could get rid of would be Black Ox Brew. I'd have to get rid of like either Dragonfire Brew. It's like, oh no, I'd have to get rid of either Charred Passions, Nizal's Resolve, Black Ox Brew, or like one of the lower talents down here. Essentially, in order to talent into improved Nizal. That sucks ass, by the way. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, copy character. Europe. Let's have a look at Prop Warrior now. Where is he? Nate War. This is the man, the myth, the legend. Oh, Nate. We'll have to rename him to Nate Clap, I suppose. Okay. Let's have a look, shall we? Protection. See how funky this talent tree looks. Okay, talents. Okay. So let's go down the talent tree. So ignore pain, demoralizing. Wow, demoralizing shouts are there now. And revenge. Wait, revenge is there now? That's really strange. All of these talents are like, you want them. Disrupting shout. Okay, that's actually a nice spot for disrupting shout to be honest. I mean, you just 100% want strategist. This actually makes this a hard area of the tree to really play with. You're not going to play Fight for the Flames because it's nerfed even more than it was. Like you're still going to take armor specialization. You'll take Ren still. Instigate you won't take because it's bad. Last Stand? What have they done to this talent tree, by the way? This is crazy bad. Wow, Bloodborne and Sudden Death are on the same choice node. It's interesting. Ah, so Enduring Defensives is here now. But you have to take Enduring Defensives to get towards these talents. Huh. This is odd. So that's where Bolster and Unleavened Focus is now. Tough as Nails is down there. And you need Thunderlord to get to it. So like, you could just forego talenting Last Stand entirely. Why is there so many of our defensives just actually baked into the talent tree now? Like, as just actual buttons, like Last Stand. You've got Demo Shout, Revenge, Last Stand, Shield Wall. All as actual buttons or like talents in the tree. What are these? Spellbreaker, Hunker Down. We've got 6 talent points to spend, so we're probably going to go something like... We have to put 2 into there, because we need this section of the tree. Let's think about an M+ build, so we'll go Disrupting Shout. We'll go... Hunker Down. No, that's actually kind of bad. I feel like you'll just take Spellbreaker. Even though Spellbreaker's still bad too. Then you're kind of forced to go Last Stand Thunderlord. Then you go double Shield Wall. Do you even take Shield Charge anymore? Like you probably do because it gives you shield block. Massacre's there now, that's interesting. Booming Voice is there. Let's see if we actually have enough things at the bottom. Or like oh my god, it's so big! Yo, Verb. Thank you for the raid, brother. Hope keys went well. You guys have been flying recently. We've been watching. But thank you for the raid, man. Hope you've been doing well. Broke 4K today? Wait, are you guys the first guys to break 4K? That's insane, actually, if you are. Like third, I think. Ah, yeah, oh, the Chinese teams. That's crazy, though. 4K. Yeah, you've got the Zyman, that guy, and Anu's team. And that's still crazy, though. Not far off. You're on front page of Radio Air now. Huge, dude. How have keys been going? They're actually going well. I mean, they must be if you're like... If you broke 4K, so... How much more score do you think you can get? God, this talent tree sucks, by the way. Looking at the Pro Warrior talents on PTR. This talent tree actually blows. Don't forget to get your first tech trinket. It's such a bait trinket, by the way. It's so bad. It's even in Shadowlands where people were using it, it's like it was only useful in like keys above like 30. If you were doing like 30, 31, 32 keys, that's when it was actually like decent. Before that, it just was so bad. But everyone was like, oh, the top tanks are running it, so therefore it must be good. I'm gonna use it in my 20 weekly. And it was just not good. It was just a waste of a trinket slot. I'm pretty sure, unless there's like a busted raid trinket, I'm pretty sure we're just gonna, as tanks, we're just gonna run Tome Pacemaker again for another season. Because I doubt they're gonna nerf Tome. I feel like if they were gonna nerf Tome, they would have nerfed it by now. Taking damage has high chance cause you to devour the essence of nearby enemies. Yada yada yada. Fatal damage not exceeding 10.7 million restores you to 10% health. Oh, this is a cheat death. And reconstitutes you as unstable void for 6 seconds. Exceed 75% health. Unstable void for 6 seconds. Exceed 75% health. Stabilize and avoid death. Okay, so you die, right? As long as you don't go take more than the cap in damage, you get put back to 10% HP, and then you have 6 seconds to get yourself above 75% HP to actually survive. And if you don't in that 6 seconds, I assume you just die. Fatal damage not exceeding 10.7 million. So that's like... If a hit... So like I have, what, 18 mil HP at this current like gear. If I get hit for, let's say, 26 mil, so a little bit under the cap, I instead get restored to 10% HP. Which isn't a lot of HP, to be fair. That's like a scary amount of HP to go back to. And then I have 6 seconds to actually heal myself up. Let me go buy it and actually like go die or something. I wonder if it will like proc against full damage. They don't usually proc against full damage as treat death trinkets. Where is it? It's this guy. Okay. Right. Let's see. Full damage. Boom. Pretty sure this is way too high, by the way. Pretty sure I just killed myself. Yeah, I need to like go get hit by something. What actually does damage? I could maybe like go into... Can't go into raid. Keys aren't active. I could go into like an M0. Like M0 Rookery, probably. Let's go M0 Rookery and see how it works. I'm not going to be able to top myself on Prot Warrior, actually. Oh, I need to untalent Battlescarred Veteran as well. Not yet available. God, do I have to do Heroic? Or just like unequipped gear, I guess. Oh yeah, because I guess they wouldn't... Wait, have they not updated this for Season 2, even? Okay. Let me go here. I'll just like take damage. Okay, so I'm gonna proc PSV in a second. Got the trinket active. I'm gonna die now. Yeah, you get like no HP back. I just die before I can heal myself. This is probably the worst cheat death trinket they've designed. It's because it's only 10% HP you get back and there's no DR component to it. It's literally just going to be the case of like, this is good versus rot damage. Because if you rot out, chances are whatever's like rotting you down isn't going to be doing 10% of your HP per tick. So you'll have time to be healed up. 8 minutes the effect is. This trinket kind of sucks doo-doo. Let's see what other tank trinkets there are. That one kind of sucks. Kind of stinks. Compelling an Oathbound Shadowguard squad to annihilate your target and nearby enemies, dealing 5.6 cosmic damage split between them. Damage is increased. Taking damage infuriates you, causing you to absorb damage and deal damage per infuriated target. Wait, this trinket sounds kind of insane. Brand of Ceaseless Ire. Let me actually go get that one. That sounds actually pretty decent. It depends on what the ICD is and if the stacks actually fall off inside combat, but it doesn't actually suggest that it does. Let me have a look. Ah, that's not the trinket tester. Wait, is that the trinket place? I'm pretty sure it is, right? Yeah. Oh, I just clicked the guy's mount instead of the thing. What's the trinket called? Brand of Ceaseless Ire. There it is. Okay. So let's look at this. Okay, so taking damage infuriates you. So let me go over here and take some damage. Ah, I had a buff for a second there. Let me bind shield block. Okay. The trinket's kind of like not stacking at all. Is it actually doing anything? It's not really. How much is it actually? Average is 110k, so I'm getting like 110k absorb per damage instance. Oh no, it actually has an ICD. That kind of sucks. What was the damage like? I mean, I wasn't pressing buttons. It's kind of hard to tell. 7.3 mil isn't that much. 1.6. Oh, Spellbreaker actually shows on details as well. That's kind of funny. What did I avoid with Spellbreaker? Can I see? I guess I'd have to check logs. I'm not logging. Oh, okay. Interesting trinket. I'll keep an eye on it. Because numerically it's kind of ass right now, but numerically it could be really good. As an ICD. It's from the Demon Hunter boss as well. Any others? Deal arcane damage to all nearby enemies and reduce your damage taken by 50% for 20 seconds until 3.1 million damage has been prevented. It's on a 1 minute CD. 50% DR. That's not too bad. It's not great, but it's not that bad. Big yawn. Damn. I mean, this trinket has the potential to be absolutely insane. Especially on raid bosses. It's crit main stat. Which, I mean, most tanks like crit, to be fair. I think all tanks like crit. Yeah, all tanks like crit. So this is decent. Some more than others, obviously. It's not too bad. I don't know. I don't know about this prop road tree though. I have to invest so many points into actual like defensives that I just don't get the capacity to talent what I want to talent. And the talents are kind of a lot weaker as well. What's my D stance giving me now? 20%. Is the 4% even working? Maybe you have to turn into that to get anger management, so you're always going to have that, regardless. Okay, the 10% actually does work. Or the 4% actually does work. Shows on the tooltip. Is Juggernaut still in the game? I don't think it is, right? No, it's not. That's actually a sad talent removal. That was actually a pretty decent talent. Probably execute build is going to be non-existent now. The only talents you can really play would be Massacre and Heavy-Handed to actually do anything about your execute damage. F. You're probably not going to play Thunderlord in Raid. You'll probably play Sudden Death instead. You'll probably play something like this. Maybe. I feel like you're probably trolling if you take Spellbreaker. I mean, in Raid, Hunker Down could actually be good. Because a lot of the time when you press Spell Effect in Raid, you're actually using it for the magic DR rather than the Reflect component. So it could actually be pretty decent in Raid. It's just going to be kind of garbage in M+. But like if you kind of want to take either one, or maybe you just don't want to take either, to be honest. They both kind of suck. And you can't really turn it into tough as nails without losing something big. But yeah. It'll be interesting to see what they do with like the numerical values of things. But I'm gonna log off PTR because I kind of saw what I wanted to solve for today. I did want to go into like the new zone and stuff, but my quest seems to have bugged, so can't enjoy that. Okay. Let's see if we can do any keys. Alright, let's see. Let's see what groups we can get into. Or if we've got any friends online. Looks like we're pogging. 9 o'clock. What happens at 9 o'clock? Can't remember. We'll just sign up to like some like chill keys. Maybe some 15s. We can actually get invited. I only want to kind of join a group with a healer. I can't be asked playing without like without a healer in the group. Did your feed Jessica alarm already go off? Yeah, I did. Went off earlier at 7. Theatre of Pain. Can't believe you're going to have to starve now. Ignored both food alarms. There's only one food alarm. There's not 2. What was that alarm for? Was it for like a short upload or something? I could have swore I scheduled that for 10 though. Don't know. I don't know. Pudding alarm. You don't name your alarms. I do, but like I have so many alarms on my phone that sometimes when I just like ask Siri to set an alarm, it will like pick an alarm that I've already set and labeled. Streamer's girlfriend starves to live on Twitch. God's sake. Never lucky. Never feed. God, I'm sweating. I'm sweating. I think I'm finally done with the artwork. Nice. Does that mean PlebCon tickets ready to go live? Oh. It's okay. What do you have left to do? I need to check something really quick. I have a 10 PM alarm that goes off daily. It was part of something I was doing last year and it still goes off now. It's respectable, to be honest. Artwork needs to go onto PC. PC then turns into mock pieces of merch, and then I unload artwork and market and everything is ready. Okay. It's not too much then. I was gonna say, are we gonna hit one of those bloodlust things? Just focusing the bloodhorns help my heal a bit. Trying to ensure that we don't get the next tantrum. Fiery brand. I really should set up my focus macros. Where's everyone going? I guess I could have moved with them, but they overmoved so much that it cut off a lot of play space. I'm surprised we killed off the caster so early. I guess must have been focusing it. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Three-minute boss fight on 15. Damage is a little bit low. We do have a demo warlock though. How did it? Huh? They just died. Here, Vengeance DH topping DPS. New meta spec. Why did he target the Warlock pet for a second there? Did the Warlock try and taunt the Savage Flurry? Is that what happened? Kind of use it as a prepare to go to sleep alarm now. Oh, that's fair. It's not a bad shout, to be honest. I definitely need one of those. I don't want to do like any fancy skips in a 15. I feel like you have to be able to read the competency of your group. And this ain't it, this one. This is not the group that I would start doing a bunch of skips on, or skips with. Wow, both the Warlock and the Hunter held CDs. Wait, the Hunter just popped CDs. Nope. They just dying in the darkness. Yeah, the Warlock actually packed it. The Warrior died without pressing Die by the Sword. Yeah, the Warlock should press Unending, yeah. Here we go. The Hunter's sitting on 2 stacks of Survival of the Fittest. What a criminal. Man doesn't want to help his healer at all. Come on, Mr. Hunter. Here we go. Getting the first brutal combo. Oh, I forgot to play double brand in this dungeon. I always forget. It's like the only talent change you actually have to make on Demon Hunter, and I keep forgetting it. I feel like I'm lacking haste for some reason. I'm actually really glad that Hawzel Diamond is coming back. I actually really liked that dungeon. It'll be interesting to see what changes they make to it, and how it's going to affect like the future routes and stuff. I'll need to like go back through and actually see if I can remember any like tech that there was in the dungeons that they're bringing back. This poor warrior. Oh, warrior? I meant the hunter. He's struggling to beat the Tonk on Dam. We should actually kill the boss while they're down. Might be able to kill it before. Ah, it was close. Brother, no one was interrupting. I had to silence early. That's not good. Oh no, my kick got baited in the darkness. Kick, Paladin, Hunter, anyone. The horror's actually pretty high. Surprised. Okay, we go. Okay, left side's good. Oh, that guy got a full shield, that horror. It's fine, he doesn't do anything to the group. It's just tank them. Big Chaos Nova though. Help with the damage a little bit. It's actually going better than a lot of my video pains that I do, so. Okay. It's not too bad. This boss was always one that went on for a really long time. But it's actually one of the, it was always one of the easier ones in the entire dungeon, so. Uh-oh, my Holy Paladin. Good bubble. Doing these like mid-level keys does make me miss doing high keys, I have to admit. Okay, now we go to the Ghost Wing. Time is actually not too bad. 14 minutes, 15 minutes. Wait for everyone and I'll go. Last thing you want is people getting chained at the back. You know, darkness here. Hi. Okay. I'm okay. Thank you though. Rest in peace, Hunter. Oh, actually getting a second one. Poor healer. Yeah, the warrior's pretty good. He uses a lot of his stops properly. I'm not gonna go crazy, yeah. Like, I'll kill off. Yeah. Oh, he's fully dealt. It's unfortunate. Oh, my team are dying. Guess that's probably a result of getting 2 Portal Guardian casts on both of them. Don't even know if we need this for count, by the way. I'm just kind of pulling things. Glad the Hunter came back when he did, because I did not have kick, and I don't think the Holy Paladin knows he has kick either. Okay, we have 83% count. Yeah, we should be more than enough. These guys don't move a lot, huh? Yeah, we definitely have more than enough count. Yeah, we have 9 minutes for a pack and 2 bosses. It's gonna be tight, but we can do it. Uh-oh. Good thing that bone spill's on me. Okay. I think the Holy Paladin had kick there, and they just let it go through and kill them. I think this might be doomed now. How long do we have? We're gonna have 6 minutes for 2 bosses. Like, it's doable. I just don't think it's doable with our damage. Both bosses took us 3 minutes. I think our damage is a bit too low to time this now. Yeah, I think it's kind of dead. Yeah, we do have 12 deaths. We have to save Bloodlust for last boss. I don't think it matters anyway. I think the key is RIP. I'd be very surprised if we miraculously have like a 2-minute boss here. They need to just come and hit the boss and stop worrying about the ads. The ads will die to cleave. We don't have the damage to focus the ads. You are putting the nail in our coffin right now by hitting those souls. Ah, the nail's already in. He's already dead. It is interesting. You can tell who cares more about their overall than actually timing the key. Literally by what's going on right now. Yeah. We're gonna get to the boss with like 2 minutes left. If we didn't have those deaths before this boss, I think it was probably doable. The paladin didn't kick the entire key, by the way. Huh? That's crazy. Ow. Yo! Interrupt! should have used my real clay before I pressed that hunt. Unlucky. We still haven't bloodlusted, by the way. I guess he doesn't want to. Ouch. Yeah, he's holding Bloodlust for this phase. Huh? Huh? Why is my team dead? Bow, bow. How much you want to bet someone gets hit by this charge that's coming through? Oh, I would have actually lost there. I was so sure that someone was going to die to that. Unlucky. Unlucky. GG's. Boom, boom, boom. Unlucky. We go again. Okay. I don't really have much else planned for the stream, so what I'm gonna do, rather than just banging my head against the pug brick wall, I'm actually gonna just end the stream there, and I'll be live again tomorrow for some more PTR stuff. And there'll be a lot of stuff with the with PTR, so stay tuned for that. I'm gonna head off. Much love, friends. Hope you all have a good night. It was a very short stream today. Don't sue me. But we'll I'll catch you guys around. Peace, peace. Let's hope Chev. Maybe tomorrow I'll do some Brewmaster keys. That sounds like fun, actually. Getting the Brewmaster on the go again. Bye, friends.